Alright, kids. Today I'm going to teach you about distillation. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Where are my cinematic bars? Ah, that's better. Cue the music. So, what is distillation? Distillation is the technique of heating water and then using its boiling point, condense the water, and then collecting it. Why is distillation used? Because distillation is foolproof. Let's see. So, distillation uses the ability of water to be heated to 100 degrees Celsius and then be condensed in distillating tube, which will then be collected in a flask or in a container at the bottom of the distillating tube. So, distillation removes inorganic compounds. What is inorganic? Inorganic means that the substance does not have any carbon in it. So, the boiling process kills microorganisms and bacteria, and distillation then removes the oxygen and heavy metals from the water. Which is why new water tastes like it tastes. So, distillation, though it is foolproof, still has a little faults in it, like organic compounds. Organic compounds are compounds which contain carbon, like esters such as benzene and toluene, vaporize along with the water. And so how do you remove it? That will be left for later. And so, let me illustrate to you how distillation works. So you take a contaminated water sample and you heat the water sample up to become water vapor. As you know, water vapor is almost pure, with the exception of benzene and toluene, which are organic compounds. So the water gets shifted into a condensing tube, which will be cooled from up to down with coolant, either with water or antifreeze. Then the water will be collected in a flask or in a big scale container. See? This is fractional distillation. Fractional distillation is different. It separates liquid from water. The water and ethanol solution gets heated. The cooler boiling point of the liquid, which is ethanol, gets separated from the ethanol water solution, and pure ethanol is collected. Then, if you want to be even more particular with your water, you heat your water and collect it in another flask. I know, I trust you're not that dumb, right? And so, we have water left. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty foolproof technique. And so, kids, what have you learned about distillation? The distillation is really simple. You just have to look at the arrows that are at the bottom here. Look, heating, evaporating, cooling, and condensing. Actually, not really evaporation, it's boiling point. But how good or how economical is distillation? Basically, how much are you willing to spend to get your water? So basically, one basic distillation unit can last from $300 to $1,200. Portable distillation units for camping trips of poor communities can cost less than $200. Really economical, yeah? So, there is the concern that distillating water removes all minerals, and drinking distilled water may leach out. What do I mean by leach out? This means that the minerals will somehow dissolve inside the body and get expelled, which is quite bad since we need calcium, magnesium, and fluoride to perform our daily metabolical functions. Also, heating water to form steam requires energy, which means that operating costs for distillation units are higher than those for home water treatment. And also, what kind of items that you use to heat the water? Some items may be coal, some may be biofuel, but depending on the items, it sees whether it is more polluting or not, depending on how much you're willing to spend. Yeah, coal is cheap. Coal is really, really cheap. And so, kids, finally for the real conclusion, what have you learned about distillation? The distillation is a very, very foolproof process, and we can treat drinkable water, or in scientific terms, potable water, as in P-O-T-A-B-L-E, by using home distillation units is one of the options available if you have a water quality problem. Touch wood. Distillation effectively removes inorganic compounds, bacteria and particles, and some organic contaminants, except for benzene and toluene. However, distillation is expensive, but still foolproof. But because of that, distillation is not a common method for home water treatment, which is quite understandable. Now kids, if you would allow me, I would move on to the next part of my video, which will be in another video. And thank you for listening. Ciao! Wait! There's more? Yeah! Keep rolling! Alright, it seems that we have to continue. Stay tuned for more. Hey kids, today we're gonna learn about chlorination. So, what is chlorination? Well, just add water to chlorine. And that's it. That's the end of the video. Goodbye. Of course not. So what is chlorination? Chlorination, besides adding chlorine to water, we will discuss how we add chlorine to water, since chlorine is a very poisonous substance. So chlorine kills bacteria and oxidizes certain substances like iron and manganese, and reduces taste and odors. Unfortunately, you don't get that in a swimming pool if you swallow some water. Touch wood. Chlorine kills algae and maintains residual disinfection. When I mean residual disinfection, means kills the remaining bacteria that be straggling, living in the chlorine water. So then again, this mechanism is rather straightforward. So kids, what else about chlorination do you want to know? Chlorination kills bacteria, and you see these little nasty things here really deserve to be killed and not to be living in our water which we drink in. Imagine if we drink this. I don't want to. Let's continue. So, why do we want to kill bacteria with something that kills us? So, what is chlorination again? Using chlorine to kill things in water and to purify them. So, why is this superior to ozonation, UV light, and ultrafiltration? It's because these things don't last, and these are very expensive scientist playthings. So chlorine contains the ability to remove unwanted nitrogen compounds from water, like nitrates, nitrites, and some other nasty things. Even nitric acid. Chlorine is really good. So, next thing do you want to know? What does chlorine lack in? Well, chlorine can kill us. Yeah. Which is why you need a smart person to know how much chlorine is needed to add to water. So, excess chlorine in water can combine with organic, I say again, organic material in the water to form substances such as trihalomethanes, which can cause liver, kidney, and central nervous system problems, including nervous system breakdown and cancer. I'm sure you don't want to pay extra money for your healthcare, right? Which is why chlorine needs to be regulated with the trade effluent standards, protecting the people and equipment handling and consuming chlorine irradiated water. So this is the rough chlorination process. You take water, you coagulate the solids in the water, which means that whatever particles which are affected by the coagulants will cause them to bunch up together, much like your blood platelets, and it gets sent to the flocculation basin or the coagulation basin. It's left to settle. Will the solids be sent to the bottom of the sedimentation basin, which will then be processed further with extra polymers and filters. These filters can be ultrafiltration filters, nanofiltration filters, microfiltration filters, and reverse osmosis filters, which I will talk in the later part of this video. And fluoride is added. Fluoride improves total gum health, which is why your toothpaste contains chloride. It'll be sent to the disinfectant basin, which will be roughly the same as the sedimentation basin, where excess of these materials are then sent to the bottom and discarded and sent to the finished water storage. The corrosion control prevents rust to form in these pipings. I'm sure you don't want extra cancer in your diet, right? And it'll be sent to your homes, where you will happily drink water that was once dirty. Yeah. So, just like I said, chlorination can be achieved by using tablets. Even swimming pools uses tablets. Well, you have to contract the contractor to put in chlorination tablets every few months to ensure that the water is chlorinated to prevent those dirty, nasty oxides and bacteria from impeding you in your health and sending you a one-way ticket to the hospital. So these are the examples of chlorination. You can wash your hands with water and soap or ash. Ash is very interesting. Do you know chinchillas bathe in ash? They will die if they bathe in water. You can look up the internet to look for more. So you can add chlorine tablets in your water and send it into the chlorination basin, which will let the chlorine do its magic and settle at the bottom for excess materials in it. And you can serve it to your child. Also, you can follow the bottom steps. Get chlorinated water from dirty water, which is pretty good if you're really desperate. These are exceptionally good for poor countries, which means that they can get water from, yeah, I don't wish to talk about it. Basically, you can have water from here, the drinkable water here. Very ingenious. So, what have you learned about chlorination, kids? Chlorine is a very good disinfectant. When it kills bacteria, it kills us. So we need smart people to know how to control these water. So chlorine has been used for these applications too, which deactivates pathogens, which is a fancy word for bacteria which can kill us. Swimming pool water, yes, with tablets, or in some cases, chlorine gas. You know where I'm getting to, right? And therefore, this process has been over 200 years old, tried and tested, and still going strong. We know. And that's it for today, kids. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something. See you again. Ciao.